Hello and welcome. My name is Andy and we're going to be starting a new series. This is Chamilo, however you want to say it. Chamilo. But basically it's an LMS. LMS is a learning management system, LMS. Now there are lots of these around and some of them are well known. I would say that majority of people in this business would probably have heard of Moodle, because I've put Moodle on my server, although to be fair it was a few years ago and I haven't actually finished the installation of courses on there because it got to a point where it was far too difficult and it wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. Basically you can say my fault, because my knowledge of Moodle was not brilliant. I was learning on the go, as it were. Now, Moodle obviously is designed for the same thing, learning online. You can put courses on, design your own courses and have it so that students can log in, do the courses and then get certified, if you wish that to happen. The problem with Moodle is that it was far too complicated for me to be able to get it to do what I wanted it to do. So I was looking around the other day. I happened to look on my server, as you do, and I saw on there that it could install a free copy of this, which is obviously Chamilo e-learning. Now I had a look at it and I thought, maybe this could be my new system, my new learning system on my server. So I spent 4 days and I put on there. Now I've got about 3 that I've done and completely finished. Well, I say 98% finished. 3 courses and it works fine. It's brilliant. It's very simple to do, very easy to install and set up your courses on Chamilo. Chamilo also, unlike the other one, has a way that students can enroll and pay via PayPal or a bank or any other method that you want. They can pay and then log in. Now on Moodle, I was having to do that separately and I had a separate system which wasn't really integrated into Moodle as such, and I was going to have difficulties with that process because I would have to do it manually. So this one seems like, at the moment, after 5 days, seems to be the solution to my problems, and I have managed to get further with enrolling courses on there than I ever did with Moodle. Obviously, the advantage I have now is a lot of the graphical stuff that I put on was already done for me because I've done it for Moodle, so I can just transfer it over. But the rest of it, the setup, the learning and the installing of the actual courses is all been done within that time period. So very quick, very easy to do and intuitive to some respects. I mean, there are some aspects of it that become very annoying and I've had to reach out to find out how to get around these problems. I have yet to have an answer. The Chamilo environment is not well known in Europe and UK. It is more sort of South America, around there, Chile, Brazil, all around South America, where there is a big usage of this and a big membership. The system seems to be easy to install, and I'll show you how to do that in the course. My server, which I have, which is run by 123 Reg, it allows you with cPanel access, so you can install various pieces of software, such as, for example, WordPress. You could, if you want to, you haven't got to worry about, downloading it, uploading it, installing it, blah blah blah, all that sort of stuff, and it does it automatically for you. So the same with Chamilo. We'll go through that, but it does install a lot easier. Now, if you haven't got that access and it's not on your server, there is a way. Obviously, the instructions are pretty much straightforward that you can install it on your own server or a shared server. Right, so let's go and have a look at the website, introduce you to the functions and where to go, and we'll have a look at that now. So here's the Chamilo website, chamilo.org, and it does go through a lot of the stuff that you need to know. This list is very interesting here because you can become a Chamilo expert. There's a training catalogue, and you can get certified as a Chamilo expert, which I'm probably going to do that because, as I say, there aren't that many in this area of the world, i.e. Europe and UK. Quite literally nothing this way as far as support, but it is open source, so it's free. It's basically free, and you can do, as I say, they put it on here. You can do what you like with it. You can amend it, distribute it, whatever you want. There is a demo. Let's go through this. So Chamilo, it tells you what it is. It was founded in Belgium in 2010, and it's got current headquarters are in Spain. It was taken over by the guy there, Yannick Wariner, who runs an organisation business, and you'll find that on his running the company called Bees Nest, which deals with free software all around Europe and Latin America. So technically, he is responsible for the area that I'm in. So you can see there's a board of directors. They have this non-profit idea, and it's an association. It doesn't offer professional services, but you can obviously get help from various specialists who are qualified. So the history of it goes back. It's as a result of another free software e-learning package, LMS. It inherits directly from Claroline project, which was round about 2001. Obviously the code has a lot changed now, a lot more improved, and it does work quite well. So the mission of the organisation obviously is to keep this going, keep supporting it, and getting cooperation from people, groups, getting new projects, collaborations, organising events, things like that. And of course, to achieve that, it has the several projects, including local groups, certification, and a free campus and annual conference, which is quite good. There is a demo, as I say. You want to go to the free campus, then you can try that. There is a forum for help if you have any issues. The most important part here is when you download it. Now, if you haven't got it on your server already, then you will need to download either a zip file or the targ file, which obviously is PHP. You'll have to do that on server. Now you can unzip this, unzip, and then upload the files that way. And there's an installation guide which tells you how to do everything, your requirements, and of course how to grade it, how to do both things with it when you've got that there. And the requirements are quite plain. They are a bit quirky because when I install mine, my PHP even though my server said it was 8 point something, 8.4, the server said this when it was installed, it said it wasn't a high enough level. Actual fact, it was too high. So eventually we got it working, and I had to downgrade it PHP down to 8.3 because Chamilo did not like 8.4. So there are some restrictions on that you need to look into. If you have a understanding of how these work, it shouldn't be too difficult for you. But if you're paying for hosting from a hosting person, agent, or wherever, such as 123reg or others, then they will offer you support either you have to pay for it or whatever, I don't know. But it does tell you there if you have alternative installations. If you're running, for example, on Windows AMP, then you'll need to install other little utilities to make it work. It uses the MySQL system of databases, and you won't need to worry too much when you install it. You just give it a name, and it will take that, and it will give you churn out the passwords and things like that you'll need. Otherwise, if you're doing it manually, you may need to create your database before you actually continue installing. Obviously, if you're not running Linux, you're running the Windows version of servers, then obviously you'll need to follow those instructions. Now, PHP configuration, you may need to look into this because some of the limits there, for example, the upload maximum file size, I've come across that issue so far. It's limited to 100 megabytes. You may need to change that slightly if you upload larger files. Then if you're going to upgrade it at any point, then it tells you here you should do a full backup before you upgrade, just in case, because it's if you have a large database of courses and users, you don't really want to lose that. Okay, so I'll show you my efforts so far. So this is how far I've got with the adding of courses and things like that on my server. And this is, bear in mind, this is after 4 or 5 days of pretty much long hours, but I have this set up. This is what you would see, the screen that you would see when you first load the website, and you have it on your server. So, as you can see, online training portal, there's a username password required. You can of course sign up. You can of course sign up for a membership here, and then from there you can then buy courses. The courses, there's only 6 appeared on the screen because that's all the space there is, but there are actually some more I have completed, well not completed, put on there in preparation. The only ones that I have completed fully are the CapCut video and the Primordia Qigong. I am currently working on this one, Fang Song Gong, currently working on that, but you can make it into a brilliant little course. It allows you to put any sort of learning process, so whether that's textual, PowerPoint, you can put on there video, any sort of video, so from YouTube or whatever. You can even probably do it on your own server if you've got a big enough server. Put your video files on your server, but I put mine on YouTube, so I can copy the link over. But these are the outlines, so the rest of them are outlines of courses that I will be putting on here for sale. and there are a couple more that are not on screen. So this is the actual front page. If we quickly log in, it's going to log in, yeah. We get to this admin page, from where you can do literally everything in order to admin your site. So it's broken up. I've actually hidden a couple of squares that I don't use and I won't use, so I've hidden them. But you've got basically users, the courses, a portal, which is your environment, course sessions, which I trying to get my head round how I would use those. There are a couple of videos about this subject, but they're not many, and they tend to be in foreign languages, French and Spanish, so they are quite difficult to understand what they're trying to talk about. But I have yet to use sessions, yeah, and then of course the system. We have personal data protection, user list, which there's no users, and then you've got the basic Chamilo pages. So from here you can get the installation guide, you can go to the help forum, things like that. Now the last section there is a version check, so it will do, I think it will do automatic updates for you, and you get put into a register of portals worldwide. So when you're ready to go, obviously not yet, then you can become part of the system, and obviously then your portal will appear on a worldwide list. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you that briefly, because you can see here, apart from this one here, which is English and French, we have foreign countries. So these are Spain, France, Spain, Latin America, Peru, and these people are paid, so you have to pay them for your help, for any help you need. So they're in the business of it, but the providers, they do a certification program and pass an exam, so, and obviously then annual fee. so obviously there is money involved in everything. I did find another list, and I can't remember where I saw it, but there is another list, gives you all of the countries. And finally, just a very comprehensive, as far as I can tell, a comprehensive instruction manual. I have gone through this to try and find information about my particular problems. I have yet to find it. That's why I have had to email. Whether I get a response or not, I don't know, because the responses are going to people that are in that list of paid, so they might want paying for help. But you see here, it goes through all the various subjects. For example, the main one here, course creation. You've got course control aspect of it, organising courses, course administration, and the course homepage, which we will go through as and when we. This is what we go through as and when the various parts of this training program. It's free of charge. It's worth a look, even though, you know, it does seem quite difficult to start with. I have found it quite intuitive, and in 4 or 5 days, as I say, I've managed to put it how I want. It actually looks how I want it to look. There are a few quirks, and obviously I want to get sorted out. For example, you remember you saw the courses at the bottom. there's not all of them there, and also it says these are popular courses. They're not all the courses. So, and also I want to be able to divide the courses up, because they are in categories. So, for example, people might want to see PC programs. They don't want to see Qigong classes. So I need to be able to find a way of separating them out into the categories that I have set up. But these are minor issues. I mean, compared to my efforts with Moodle, we are a long way down the road of making this public. So yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. We'll carry on with the next lessons and go through how to install it, how to use it, because I thought that's the biggest aspect of this, is being able to use it. Bye for now.